A Chinese fighter jet deployed 8 flares near a U.S. aircraft in international airspace over the East China Sea. The Pentagon recently released footage showing what the U.S. described as a sharp increase in Chinese military aircraft conducting risky and coercive maneuvers over the past 2 years. This comes as Washington and Beijing are preparing for high-level meetings. Preventing a military conflict triggered by accidents is among the items on the U.S. agenda in its talks with China. Other pressing issues include the fentanyl crisis, Russia's war on Ukraine, and Israel's war with Hamas.
With respect to potential mediators, I would say we think at this time the appropriate step is not mediation with Hamas, but Israel defending itself, as any country could. China has lines of communication with a number of countries in the region. So if China could do something to prevent the conflict from widening, that is certainly something that we would welcome.
A congressional delegation that visited Beijing earlier this month raised the fentanyl crisis directly with the Chinese leadership.
We called on President Xi to work with the United States to stem the flow of precursor chemicals that are fueling America's fentanyl crisis. We urged President Xi to open a channel of communication to stem the flow of fentanyl precursor chemicals. We believe it's imperative on this issue that China act.
Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi's visit to Washington would come after President Xi Jinping reaffirmed his country's no-limits partnership with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Beijing. American officials said they are concerned about China's continued alignment with Russia. Such concern exposed the fraught relationship between Washington and Beijing.
We are now at a phase in the bilateral relationship that there is so much mistrust and competition that my understanding is that the Chinese are quite reluctant to cooperate on anything with the United States unless there is something very clearly in it for them. In other words, they're being very transactional.
In mid-September, White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan held talks with China's top diplomat Wang Yi in Malta, following their meetings in Vienna in May. Ching, VOANews, Washington.